What is up, guys? It is me, Max, back again with another guitar tutorial, and today we're going to take a look at Hurting by Kygo featuring Rhys. And first of all, what a gorgeous song. Second of all, it's not too hard to play on guitar because we've pretty much got the exact same chord progression throughout the entire song, the only exception being the bridge. We've got some rhythm variations and all that sort of stuff, but that won't be too crazy. We do have some bar chords here, which can be a bit more challenging for beginners, but my motto for that is practice makes perfect. Those bar chords are worth the effort you put in because once you get comfortable with them and once you've played them a couple of times, they will enrich your guitar playing so much. And before we get started, standard tuning, no capo, no nothing. Instagram is down in the description. If you want to talk to me or see what's going on in my life or something along those lines, feel free to check that out. And now let's roll. First of all, let's take a look at those 4 chords, which we'll be needing throughout pretty much like 95% of this song. Our first chord is going to be an E. We take our first finger, which is the index finger, and put that onto the first fret on the 3rd string, so the G string, second finger onto the 2nd fret on the 5th string, so the A string, third finger onto the 2nd fret on the 4th string, which is the D string, and that's it. Open strings, nothing muted, pure E. Next up, we've got our first bar chord, which is a B. We take our first finger and put it across the 5th down to the 1st string, so not onto the 6th string, on the 2nd fret. Now we put our second finger onto the 4th fret on the 4th string, third finger on the 4th fret on the 3rd string, and pinky on the 4th fret on the 2nd string. And now we have to mute the 6th string, so the lower E string, and we do that by slightly touching it up here with the tip of our index finger. So we don't push down on that string, but we just touch it from the side. So we've got the E, the B, next up, F sharp minor. First finger still on the 2nd fret, now across all 6th string. So now we just kind of, push it up a bit further so that we're across all 6 strings on that 2nd fret. And now we put our 3rd finger onto the 4th fret on the 5th string and our pinky on the 4th fret on the 4th string. So we've got the E, the B, the F sharp minor, and last but not least, an A major. So first finger onto the 2nd fret on the 4th string, second finger on the 2nd fret on the 3rd string, and third finger on the 2nd fret on the 2nd string. And once again, we'll have to mute that 6th string. This time around, we do it by taking our thumb, we wrap it around the top of our guitar neck here, and slightly touch that 6th string from the side. So we've got an E, a B, followed by an F sharp minor, and the A. And by just doing this, you already know how to play a big chunk of the song because the first part, like the intro and verse, and like pretty much everything up to the build-up where we first hear that acoustic guitar, works just like that. Each chord strummed down once, let it ring, and that is it. Next up, we're gonna take a look at the chorus and also kind of the verse that follows that first chorus up, because in those segments we spice it up by adding some rhythm. And the rhythm we're adding sounds like this. So we go down, down, and then we go up, down, up. And as you can see, in between the second down and that up, down, up, I strum empty. I do that to kind of keep that rhythm because not doing that kind of leaves you in that blank space where you have to time it perfectly without staying in that motion. So I recommend strumming empty, so not touching the strings and still strumming while you're waiting for that next like strum that we want to have a sound. So like that. And something I recommend doing here is on that very first down, only strum those low strings, like those deep strings, the E string, the A string, the D string, that sort of stuff, because that kind of opens the rest up a bit more in contrast to that first chord or that first strum. We do that once on each chord, so and on the A. And that is already the chorus and also that second verse. But since we want to have a different kind of sound between those two, so that we kind of emphasize that chorus, during the verse, I recommend just strumming those lower strings. So just going on each chord. Because if you do it like that in the verse, the chorus really jumps out. Like when you're not playing along to the song, but you like want to jam out with some friends or play it while singing yourself or something like that, you want to have that chorus be something special. And by just playing those lower strings, like fewer strings in that verse, we open it up so much more when we get into that full fleshed out chord sound in that chorus. So the only part left here is the bridge. The bridge is quite easy since we just strum down once on a couple of chords, most of which we already know. First one being the A followed by the B, and now we've got one new chord, a C sharp minor. We've got our first finger across the 5th down to the 1st string again on the 4th fret this time around. We put our 3rd finger on the 6th fret on the 4th string, pinky on the 6th fret on the 3rd string, and 2nd finger on the 5th fret on the 2nd string. Once again, we have to mute that 6th string by slightly touching it with the tip of our index finger. So we go. Then we go E. And last but not least, B, A. So it's A, B, C sharp minor, E, B, A. And that is the bridge, and that is already the entire song. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If so, drop it a thumbs up, helps me out more than you might think. And if you haven't done so already, go in and hit that subscribe button. It's somewhere down there. And as always, I hope that I will see you guys next time.